Zini. Hold on. Yo, guys, hold on. Oh, it feels kind of weird when it's early. What's the time now? Yeah, but not this phone. Wow. Oh, there we go. 4:24. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of iTalk. I'm your host, Pretty Boy with a 3 in the building. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, I said it in the first part of the video today, so we'll see how that goes. But hey, welcome back to another episode of iTalk. And yeah, I was just thinking to myself that firstly, it's kind of weird like recording so early in the morning that like it's kind of quiet, that you feel like you can make too much noise because everything is silent. Like there's no birds, there's no wind. The only thing I'd say you can probably hear is a cricket. Yeah, that's how silent it is. Crickets, literally the sound of crickets. I mean, it is crickets, like the meme of crickets. Yeah, it literally sounds like cricket, but crickets. But either way, that's besides the point. The point is we're back for another week. So I guess this week God was like, nope, no guest episode. We want a solo episode. So here you have it. And very delicious tea, huh? Very, very delicious tea. Thank God for tea. But yes, we're back. Solo episode. This feels different after 2 straight weeks of guest episodes. So, hey, you're welcome. And we're about to reach episode 80 very soon. And I do have something special planned a bit. You know what I must do now? I must actually start with episode 80. Like that's what I should do. That's what I should do. I should stop procrastinating and just get started with it and just do everything. That will be best actually when I think about it now. Yeah. But episode 80 is gonna be special, it's gonna be different because I mean it is 80 episodes in. And I feel like we would have been further because remember when the pod started back in 2023, it wasn't as consistent, right? So, okay, lucky for you, I have the laptop. So I can just quickly check for you, like the difference in like the dates of the pods, just to give you context on how it wasn't as consistent, right? Because I do believe that if like we're still like if the whole time we're consistent, we would have been way further than 80, right? But I need to the way there's times where we get what you call like hiccups kind of thing. So it kind of becomes a thing. Okay, so the first iTalk episode was on March 3rd, 2023, right? So from March 23rd, I mean, to April 5th. So that's March, April, the next month. Literally, the next one is in May. Literally, the fourth iTalk episode is in June. And the fifth one is in August. So already you can see the span. So we like March, April, May, June, July we didn't drop. And we came back in August. So here we're slacking. Like not even just slack, but slack. Okay, look, August 13th we had one. Then on August 30th we also had another one. So that's not too bad. But now here it gets crazy. So from August 30th, September, October, November, no iTalk episodes at all. Up until December 2023, that's when we hit the next iTalk episode, right? Then from December, New Year's Day, January 1st, we have the second iTalk episode, 2024, right? Okay, so from here we see with 2023 was definitely no consistency at all. We're just doing it, and it was just one of those things. I guess the episodes felt super, super special, but either way, we were not consistent at all, right? Then we moved to April 3rd from January 1st, Feb, March. no uploads. April 3rd, we upload. Okay. So look at this. April 3rd, we upload. April 7th, we upload. April 13th, we upload. April 16th, we upload. April 23rd and April 30th. So how many episodes in a month is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in April, we uploaded 6 iTALK episodes. That was crazy. That was a crazy output, right? Then we skipped to May. May, we had how many? May 4th? Well, hold on. Why do we have 2 episodes on May 4th? Crazy. We have 2 episodes on one day, May 4th. Okay, so there's 1, 2, May 5th, there's 1, May 12, May 15, 19, 25, 28, 29. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 episodes. I would have been using my mouse. I have this other mouse now. But the thing is, the laptop can only plug in so many things at once, and the mic is one of them. So the mic is way more important than the mouse. But what I'm saying is, how many episodes is that? A lot of episodes, right? So I feel like April, we can actually put April 2024 as the legit start point of when we started doing things more consistent, right? So, okay, May, we went past May. Okay, then June. Okay, so in May, we had our first guest episode, right? So I remember when we had our first guest episode, from then, after that, like once we started having more guest episodes, we were even way more consistent. So let's see, June. June, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes. Hold on, let's see. I have to skip because YouTube can only show 50 at a time. So let me go back. That's the maximum I can choose at least. Let's see. Okay, so June, yeah, because this side it starts on July. So then July we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. August 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, so these ones we know 4. There's 4 weeks in a month. So September 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. October 1, 2, 3, 4. November 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, some months are longer than others. You all know the vibes. But it's not 5 full weeks. It's like 5 and some change. 4 and some change, I mean. And then, okay, November. Then December, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 episodes in December. Then Jan 2025, we come back 1, 2, 3, 4. Feb 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here's where the other setback came from, right? So you see, Feb, we had February on February 1st, February 8th, and then February 15th, right? So February 15th was the one for Valentine's Day, right? And I think just after that, if not around those times, that's when, hold on, February, yes. So that's when we had to cut the content and stop for a while. So from February 15th, we didn't have any episodes. We didn't upload. So that's February, March. Okay, on March 29th, we came back. So it's like right about a month or so around there, right? We took a gap. So firstly, this setback is not as bad when I think about it, because probably in this setback, we probably missed like 4 weeks of episodes. It's nothing too crazy compared to 2023. Y'all remember when we're uploading once a month? Like, what you mean, bro? Okay, then March, we dropped 1 episode on March 29th, but then the month cut. Then we moved into April, where we're coming back to the consistent content. April 5th, 12th, 19, and 26. Then we have May 3rd, 10th, 17, and 24. Then we have June 1st, 7th, 14, 21, and 28. And then we have July 5th, and obviously this one in July, whatever. But either way, consistency is clear there on the latter part of it. especially from April 2024. April 2024, I feel like that's when the pod started actually getting its revolution and becoming what it is now, right? But episode 80 is so beautiful because you see how many episodes are on there. It's crazy. I just want to do something special, content related, and like in a way of flashbacking to people to go back to certain episodes, touch on certain things, kind of thing. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'm thinking of doing. But we will see how it's gonna turn out, right? Because a lot of these things involve me to do a lot of extra work. And yeah, sometimes it's just like, hey man, you know what? It is what it is. But there's just crazy things happening, honestly. The other day, right? I'm saying right now, as I'm saying do extra work, I'm thinking that sometimes like there's people, there's different types of people. And one thing I've learned about God, right? God works in ways that I don't know. It's like he looks at me, he knows what I'm going to assume, then he decides to go the exact opposite direction of that and make it, because there's a lot of things that happen that like we kind of feel like are gonna be good to us, but they're not good to us, but they're dressed in good to you clothing, right? And the stuff that kind of looks sketchy or weirded out, and you just like, but let me tell you why I say that. One of the other things, I'll put it on a positive note, because I also don't want to be talking about bad experiences with certain iTALK episodes that maybe could have happened or were about to happen or are still going to happen. I don't like to speak on that like that, because then everyone forms their own opinion on the situation, and I don't like bringing, like, I'm not confrontational, let's put it like that. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yo man, this, unless if it's like something super serious. But otherwise, like, if something happens, it happens. We just leave it like that, move on, kind of thing. We don't have to bring it back up and talk about it. So I'm going to talk about a good experience this time. I'm not going to talk about the bad thing dressed in a good for you. I'm going to talk about the sketchy looking thing that is actually good for you, kind of thing. And this goes back to the episode 80 thing. I was just sorting through some of the episodes. Shout out to, no, we'll do a proper video on that. But either way, shout out to Rodeo, and when I looked there at who has the most amounts of episodes, Vivian Scotley came at number 1, and then Rodeo came at number 2, right? And I just thought to myself, like, a person like Rodeo, right? When the very first, so the very first time I met Rodeo, I was like unsure, because see, the thing is, y'all, I'm actually, what I'm talking about here should be reserved for episode 80. Like right now, I'm just gonna be spilling the juices. I'm just gonna be letting it. No. This is not the episode for that. I have to hold myself. Hold yourself. Yeah. But either way, beautiful stuff that's gonna happen. I just decided to just abort the whole topic and just continue with whatever I was talking about. But shout out. Y'all should go check out the previous episode with Llewellyn, Rodeo, and Addictive. Yes, go check it out. If you can't check it out though, there are clips that are on the channel. And yeah, but what else did I want to talk about? There was a couple of things I wanted to talk to y'all about. But yeah, I'm getting a brain freeze right now. But shout out to my lover. Of course, gotta give a shout out all the time, But she does watch the show, guys. She does. You know what? Not only does she watch the show, but she helps with the show. So yeah, y'all give a shout out to her for the show. And I feel super super grateful to actually have someone who can help me on like this type of, like, when you find someone who can help you in your interests, it's so beautiful, right? Because we all know that in everything we love, there's those just mundane tasks that are just like, man, I gotta do this again, kind of thing. And it's kind of like you have to do it because it's a part of the job, but like it's not fun. It's not, yeah, it's kind of like that. Now imagine you have that, and then you have someone who's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm willing to do this for you. Like, it's not a problem for me because I don't see this whole thing of yours as you do. So your task that you find like, I find like, kind of thing. And yeah, that's so beautiful because also on the last episode, the life lessons episode with Llewellyn Rodin Addictive, it was 2 hours 20 minutes, right? The longest iTALK episode to date, the longest one was actually, I think it was 2 hours 9 minutes with Llewellyn and what's that nigga's name? Llewellyn and Tumelo. Is it Tumelo? Yeah. The designer guy. I'm just looking for that episode right now to confirm my suspicions. Yes, 2 hour 9 minutes and 52 seconds. Yeah, that was the longest at the time. But now this 2 hour 20 minutes and 33 seconds, it hits. Now the 2 hour one previously, I like it's one of those things that, so this one I just didn't have time, honestly. Like with episodes these days, I hardly have time to like do the admin work of it, like, yeah, it's just too much work. But either way, she takes care of that, so shout out to her. And I feel like it has motivated me though to even be able to have longer episodes now, because now I don't think about all the work I'm going to have if this episode is 3 hours long, because it's not my job, kind of thing. Yeah, it's like, man, like when someone else is responsible for this and you are responsible for this, it works out perfect. I feel like it gives me just that room. Now I can even think about the next episodes, because I know once I've shot this and I've taken care of it, I know all I gotta do is a couple of things, get it to her, then it's done. It's literally done. I can think about the next one, but the next one is going to be a bit, because I'm gonna sauce it up a bit. I'm gonna sauce it up. Episode 80, it's gonna have to be beautiful in some way, shape, or form. But don't you worry, I got you. So this one, I'm just not too sure if I should go on rambling for hours and hours, or no, not hours and hours. Imagine me talking for hours and hours. That would be wild, hey? That would be wild. But either way, listen, I don't know if I should go on longer or I should cut and then just start my episode 80. Usually it's crazy because like sometimes I used to shoot guest episodes. For instance, let's run it back to the what you call the Anathi and Spartan. Yes. So if you go back October 2024, one was September 28th, one was October 5th, in 2024. There's 2 episodes. One of them is called The Reunion. The other one is called Bad Boys Baby Oil. That one was about Diddy or something, yeah. But listen, what had happened there was I shot 2 episodes on the same day, right? But then, I had a mix up, right? Whereby I nearly dropped the one that came after before, right? Kind of thing. And then, yeah, it became that sort of thing. And I'm just happy that it kind of didn't feel like it aged by the time I dropped it. Cause yeah, but either way, it doesn't even matter because people till this day still be watching the older episodes, even if it's like a guest episode or a new episode, but people still be going back and tapping in, and that's beautiful. That's good to see. But guys, I'm so excited for the next episode that I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Like I truly cannot wait. But I know like engagement is better on the longer episodes, and it's like more fun. It looks better, via watch hours and stuff. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't know what that was about. I'm probably tired though. But what can we say? What can we say? It is the life that we live. But guys, I think this is going to be me. I'm so excited right now. Right now. I'm so excited. The fact that like I want to cut this episode short just so I can move on to the next one should tell y'all that next week, brother, you better be here. Like, what you mean you're not here next week? What you... Oh, brother. I feel like Promethazine always calling me brother. My brother. Shout out to Promethazine. Promethazine, one of the dopest souls, eh? Like, Promethazine is he's so chilled, man. He's so chilled. Yeah, it's so crazy. I wonder if you had to put Promethazine and Leo in one room, how often would Promethazine talk? Because Leo doesn't talk. But Promethazine has this thing as well about him that I feel like if you don't respond, he's one of those people like if you don't respond, he kind of won't talk kind of thing. He has that sort of thing, yeah. Because there is people who are like that. And there's people who, if you don't respond, they will still talk. Now, it depends. I feel like I fall into both sides of the thing, right? Because there is some things I can be like, yeah, no, this one's not for me. I'm sitting it out. But there is some things that you just like, yeah, man, gotta talk, You just gotta continue telling someone whether they respond or not. Gotta let it all out. Gotta send a full message, Can't leave things half and half. But listen, this has been a fantastic, beautiful, amazing episode of iTALK. Hold on. I want to see something. Ne? We're going to try something. We're going to try an exercise, right? We're going to try an exercise. It's going to be a very, very fun exercise, though. A very, very fun exercise. Okay, let's see. We're going to speak to Chat GPT, right? I have just finished shooting an episode of iTalk, and now I need you to write me an outro for my audience. Okay. Now I have to... Okay, so what I was doing, right? I wasn't talking to ChatGPT, right? I was doing text to speech, right? Speech to text. Hey, text to speech. Yeah, speech to text, right? Write me an outro. Hold on, I can't type while talking. Unfortunately for you. Of iTalk. Hold on. Now I need you to write me an outro for my audience. Okay, so yes. Because it's easier that way compared to me having to type right now with frozen fingers, which will waste us way too much time. Because imagine me trying to type like right now, and this phone, it jams sometimes. But this phone has been so good to me. It's been faithful to me, like for real. Like it's been perfect, amazing. I love it. I wouldn't even think about changing it for now. But there's this whole hype around iPhones. But I like the camera. I feel like if I can get an iPhone, y'all will get a lot of behind the scenes content. Because at the end of the day, it's more easier to shoot behind the scenes content with a phone compared to a camera, because you still have to put it together, set it up. And I mean, the camera is shooting this right now. So how is it gonna be? Yeah, man. Okay. Absolutely. Here's a warm, engaging outro you can use for your iTalk episode. Okay. ChatGPT is gonna give us something, you know. So, okay, context. I do speak to ChatGPT about the show and certain things. So ChatGPT does at least have an idea of what the show is about and who's been on the show, aside from its own research, but just from me and stuff like that. Yeah, I've given it some information to work on, not today, not right now, but in previous times as time goes, because ChatGPT learns. It's okay, if you want to make a description, Pretty Boy is gonna like it like this and not like this. He's gonna want you to put a lot of this, put this type of style of humor in it, and you know, those type of things. So it has an idea. So here I'm speaking this fast because I'm seeing it's 26 minutes and I'd rather wrap it up at 30 or 20 something, late 20s. Let's go. All right, fam. That's a wrap for today's. Okay. All right, fam. That's a wrap for today's episode of iTalk. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me while I talk about, well, whatever pops into my mind. You guys make this journey worth it every single time. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss when we go live with new content. Share this with someone who'd love to join our crazy conversations. And remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Stay blessed, stay curious, and I'll catch you on the next iTalk episode. Ooh!